You're about to land your dream job. The interview went perfectly. Then the night before your second interview, you stay up until 4 in the morning binge watching videos and show up exhausted. You just sabotage yourself. But why? A study from the University of California in 2026 found that 70% of high achievers admit to deliberately destroying their own success at critical moments. 70%. This isn't laziness. This is your brain protecting you from something. Today, we're diving into the 5 psychological reasons your brain sabotages success, and more importantly, how to stop it. Because once you understand what's happening in your mind, you can finally break free. Let's start with the most counterintuitive one. You're not afraid of failure. You're afraid of success. And that fear is paralyzing you in ways you don't even realize. Think about it. Failure is familiar. You know what failure feels like. But success? Success means entering unknown territory, new responsibilities, new expectations, new versions of yourself. Your brain is wired for survival, not success. And survival means staying in predictable situations, even if those situations are making you miserable. Neuroscientist Dr. Sarah Chun published research in 2026 showing that the amygdala, your brain's fear center, lights up just as intensely when imagining major success as it does when imagining danger. Reason number 1, the fear of outgrowing your circle. Deep down, you're terrified that if you succeed, you'll lose the people you love. And research shows this fear is not irrational. A 2025 Harvard study tracked people who experienced sudden career advancement. 43% reported losing close friendships within 6 months. Your brain knows this could happen, so it tries to protect your relationships by keeping you small. Maybe you grew up in a family where success was viewed with suspicion, where people who did well were called sellouts or show-offs. That programming runs deep. So when you're on the verge of a breakthrough, your subconscious whispers, if you succeed, you'll be alone. And that fear is powerful enough to make you press the self-destruct button. You stay in toxic relationships. You procrastinate on important projects. You pick fights right before good things happen. These aren't character flaws. They're survival strategies from a part of your brain that thinks staying connected is more important than growing. Reason number 2, success feels dangerous to your nervous system. And this one is wild. Your body literally cannot tell the difference between excitement and anxiety. Both emotions create the same physical sensations. Racing heart, sweaty palms, rapid breathing, butterflies in your stomach. Your brain has to interpret these signals. And if you grew up in chaos or trauma, your brain defaults to labeling arousal as danger. So when that big opportunity comes, when you're about to achieve something amazing, your nervous system freaks out. It feels the same as when something bad is about to happen, and it tries to shut you down. This is called upper limit problem. Psychologist Gay Hendricks identified it in his research. We all have an unconscious thermostat for how much success, love, and happiness we believe we can handle. When we exceed that limit, when things get too good, our nervous system creates a crisis to bring us back down to familiar levels of struggle. You've probably done this. Had an amazing week, then suddenly got sick, or started a fight with your partner. In 2026, researchers at Stanford found that people who experienced childhood instability were 3 times more likely to sabotage positive experiences in adulthood, because chaos feels like home. Reason number 3, the identity crisis. This is the big one. You're not sabotaging your goals. You're protecting your identity, and your brain will choose identity over achievement every single time. Maybe you've always been the funny one, the smart one, the helper, the struggling artist, the underdog. These identities feel safe because they're known. Success threatens to change who you are. If you've built your entire personality around being the person who tries hard but never quite makes it, then actually succeeding creates an existential crisis. Who are you if you're not struggling anymore? I see this all the time with people who grew up being praised for effort, not results. Their identity is wrapped up in working hard and overcoming obstacles. So they unconsciously create obstacles to overcome. Or maybe you've spent years bonding with friends over shared complaints. Your struggles are your connection points. Success means losing those conversations, losing that intimacy, and your brain says no way. Reason number 4, imposter syndrome on steroids. You're convinced you don't deserve success. And more terrifying, you believe that when you get it, everyone will discover you're a fraud. A 2026 study found that 82% of people experience imposter syndrome at some point. But here's what's interesting. High achievers experience it more intensely. The more successful you become, the louder that voice gets. So your brain creates a solution. If you sabotage yourself before you reach the top, you never have to face the exposure you're terrified of. You stay safe in the middle. Successful enough to survive, but not successful enough to be scrutinized. This is especially common if you achieved early success that felt unearned. Maybe you got lucky. Maybe someone helped you. Now you're terrified that luck won't strike twice, and everyone will see you were never that talented. You know what's crazy? The more competent you actually are, the more you doubt yourself. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect in reverse. Experts see all the complexity they don't know. Beginners think they know everything. So you sabotage to avoid the moment when someone asks you a question you can't answer. When the illusion shatters. When everyone sees you're just making it up as you go along. Newsflash. Everyone is making it up. Reason number 5. The responsibility terror. Success means more is expected of you. More people depending on you. More chances to fail publicly. More ways to let people down. And that weight feels unbearable. When you're struggling, people give you grace. They have low expectations. You have permission to mess up. But when you're successful, every mistake is magnified. Every misstep is analyzed. The pressure is crushing. So you stay small. Not because you can't handle success, but because you can't handle the responsibility that comes with it. And that's actually a rational fear. Success does come with pressure. But here's what you need to understand. You're already handling responsibility. You're already under pressure. You're just doing it while also sabotaging yourself, which makes everything 10 times harder. The comfort zone is called comfortable for a reason, but it's not actually comfortable. It's just familiar. And your brain mistakes familiar for safe, even when familiar is slowly destroying you. Every time you get close to breaking through, your comfort zone alarm goes off. Your brain floods you with anxiety, with doubt, with the urge to retreat. And most people listen. They turn back. But here's the secret that changes everything. That discomfort you feel right before breakthrough, that's not a warning sign. That's a signal you're exactly where you need to be. Growth lives on the other side of that fear. The people who succeed aren't fearless. They're terrified. They just understand that the fear means they're expanding. They've learned to reframe anxiety as excitement, danger as opportunity. So how do you stop sabotaging yourself? First, you need to catch yourself in the act. Start noticing your patterns. When do you self-destruct? Right before success? After good news? When things get too easy? Second, question the story. When you feel the urge to sabotage, ask yourself, what am I protecting? What am I afraid will happen if I succeed? Usually the answer reveals an outdated belief that's no longer serving you. Third, expand your capacity slowly. You don't have to jump to massive success overnight. Just slightly exceed your comfort zone. Then let your nervous system adjust. Then expand again. Build your tolerance for good things gradually. Fourth, redefine your identity. You're not the struggling person. You're not the underdog. You're someone who's learning to receive success. Someone who's worthy of good things. Practice that identity until it feels true. And fifth, find people who celebrate your growth instead of resenting it. Surround yourself with humans who want you to win, who don't need you to stay small so they feel comfortable. Those people exist. Go find them. Look, self-sabotage isn't a character defect. It's a protection mechanism that once kept you safe. But what protected you as a child is now limiting you as an adult. And you have the power to change it. Your brain is not your enemy. It's trying to help. It just needs new information. It needs proof that success is safe, that you can handle growth, that good things can last. And you create that proof through action. The next time you feel the urge to sabotage, pause. Breathe. Recognize what's happening. Thank your brain for trying to protect you. Then do the scary thing anyway. That's how you rewire the pattern. If this video helped you understand yourself better, hit that like button and subscribe to the Human Mind Daily. We're posting new psychology insights every week to help you navigate your mind and build the life you actually want. You're not broken. You're not lazy. You're not destined to fail. You're just running outdated software. And starting today, you can begin the upgrade. One brave choice at a time. Now go prove your brain wrong.